Welcome to the coolest stuff on the planet.
Ah, and the soothing sound of that bell means that you've reached the coolest stuff on the planet with Rachel and Matt.
Actually, that reminds me of a wrestling bell.
Oh, really?
In this corner, we have Matthew Frederick, and in this corner, we have Rachel Frank, and this is the coolest stuff on the planet.
I like that. We're going to go with both of those intros.
Excellent.
And hello, everyone.
So as I said, I'm Rachel. This is my normal accent, however. And we're going to get right to our topic today, which was inspired by a little listener mail. And this email is from Adriana, and she says, "Hi, Matt and Rachel. Hope I'm spelling that correctly." And yes, you did. Good job. I'm a huge fan of several of the How Stuff Works podcasts, and I don't write very often, but I just wanted to let you know that I was very excited to see your podcast on Cocos Island. I always wanted to see something about Costa Rica in your podcast, and it was a very nice one. La Isla del Coco is very important for us, and it was even proposed as one of the natural wonders of the world. I'm happy the rest of the world got to see it. I hope you would like to come back here for other places. There are other beautiful national parks and lots of beaches to show to the world. Anyway, I really liked the podcast and felt closer to you guys and How Stuff Works. Regards, Adriana.
So this one's for you, Adriana. Today's topic is a biological phenomenon that only occurs in a few areas of the world, and one of them I think you're going to like, Adriana. Turtle arribadas. Now, for those of you who do not speak Spanish, arribada is Spanish for arrival by sea, and it's used to describe the phenomenon of mass turtle nestings. Mm-hmm. Now, let's talk about a little bit about what that means.
This is pretty neat because only two types of turtles on the planet perform this kind of mass nesting behavior. Mm-hmm. And they're olive Ridley and Kemp's Ridley turtles. And they nest in this massive synchronized way. And so the olive Ridley turtle, which is kind of the one we're going to focus on, does its nesting in a few special beaches throughout the world, including the Pacific coast of Costa Rica.
That is correct. And in Costa Rica, there are three hot spots, three little beaches, the Ostional, the Nosara, and the Guiones, all of which are part of the Ostional National Wildlife Refuge. Other important nesting beaches for these turtles are the Nancite and the Naranjo in Santa Rosa National Park. That's to the north, in Costa Rica.
Yes. So every year, thousands of these olive Ridley turtles make their way to places like Ostional, to the beach. And incidentally, sea turtles always return to the same beach that they were born on. So it's kind of cool. They know where they're going. This mass nesting behavior, or arribada, as it's called, is based on the lunar phases and the tides. And it can last from about a couple of days to more than a week.
The olive Ridley turtles gather offshore in large numbers, then spurred on by something that we're not really sure what it is. It's either some kind of biological cue or maybe some kind of signal that is given.
There are different theories.
They dig nests, and then they lay a ton of eggs.
But I was surprised to discover, in thinking about them laying all these eggs and stuff, the fact that they're not really delicate and brittle the way we think of chickens' eggs or birds' eggs. In fact, they're actually a little bit more leathery, and so they're a little bit tougher to break.
Like we said before, Rachel, we're not really sure. Humans aren't really sure the reason for these arribadas, although scientists speculate that it may be some kind of survival tactic. I'm not sure exactly. Can you explain this a little more?
It's kind of, I think the theory is that the more you sort of overwhelm predators with the number of eggs and the amount of prey.
Yeah.
And so they satiate themselves. They eat until they're full, and then you still have a lot of animals left.
Wow.
So
that's interesting.
These arribadas are happening at different points during the year, but during the dry season, you're going to see thousands of them. And then in the wet season, you can see hundreds of thousands. Jeez. So we're talking serious amounts of nesting turtles.
Oh, yes.
In fact, I thought this was very interesting. There's so many of these turtles that typically the first wave of nests that get laid get crushed by the turtles that come afterwards.
Oh, that stinks. Wow. So I guess you don't really want to be in the front of that line.
No.
Not a good idea. So I guess that's about it about these sea turtles. Anything else you want to add, Rachel?
Oh, one other little sea turtle fact.
Oh, really?
Yes. And this was also a surprise for me. Man, I didn't know anything about sea turtles. I thought I did. They, unlike other turtles, they cannot pull their heads and their arms into their shells to protect themselves.
Oh, really?
They're kind of stuck the way they are.
That is an excellent fact, Rachel.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving that
problem.
one to us. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess that's about it for this episode.
We hope you enjoyed it, especially you, Adriana.
Yes, especially you. And as per usual, if you have any more questions, you can go to howstuffworks.com, check out some fun articles on sea turtles and all kinds of good stuff. And so if you want to, send us an email at travelpodcast@howstuffworks.com.
Yeah, we love to hear your stories. Keep them coming.
And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, we'll see you next time for more cool stuff.
For more on this and thousands of other topics, visit howstuffworks.com and let us know what you think. Email travelpodcast@howstuffworks.com. Don't forget to check out our other podcasts, free on iTunes.